it's us again. If you've not watched the first video, go watch it. Otherwise, you can stay. Or you can do whatever you want because you're an adult.
Continuing from our last video, we'll be sharing more about our collaboration together and what you can expect from our workshop if you should so choose to join us.
In order to come up with a cohesive workshop that will give whoever is coming for the workshop as much value as possible that they can apply to their voice practice immediately after the workshop, preferably, we had to find ways to understand each other's expertise, which meant me understanding voice terminology and voice lessons and voice sessions, and Jingyun having a bit more knowledge on anatomy and physical practice and movement.
So from there, we decided to do some exchange sessions. We decided on 3 sessions where I worked with Cass on her voice, specifically her speaking voice. We didn't touch any singing, not yet anyway. And then she gave me 3 manual therapy sessions where we worked on helping me refine my body map and also just feeling new sensations so that I can do the things that I've already done. And also we decided on like Rolfing sessions because I had already done physical training with her, so I wanted to experience something different with her.
So one of the things that we'll be doing in our workshop is helping you find your limitations. Because in order to go beyond your limitations, you first have to find where your limitations are.
We'll talk a little bit more about the difference between a physical limitation and a vocal limitation so that you can be more specific about discovering where it is and then you know how then to approach pushing your limitations. So for example, some people are unable to sing a lower note than what they currently can because they are a little bit stuck in the lower laryngeal muscles here. And then what you probably want to do is more of a physical movement to help you release the muscles for you to then relax that to ease into a lower pitch. However, there's also another kind of limitation whereby your vocal folds are unable to phonate properly at, let's say, a G. So, and let's say now you can do a which is an A natural quite nicely. You probably want to then strengthen the way you're able to sing your A natural, meaning you can change up the duration of it, you can change up the loudness of it, and repeating it for a certain number of times according to the goals you need in order to gradually get towards a lower G eventually.
So we'll help you in person in the workshop to find your limitations through going through a bunch of questions that you can ask yourself, even in your own practice, after the workshop, to find out whether it's a true vocal limitation or a physical limitation. So another thing that we wanted to add in our workshop is to map training terms to voice terms. 2 of the examples are volume and intensity, which are words that we use in strength training, and we map them to words in voice training like...
So volume would refer to the number of times you will practice in a week, or the duration you will practice within one session, or even the number of times you repeat a certain vocal exercise within that session. Intensity can refer to the pitch. The further you are into your extremities, the more intense it would be in pitch. Loudness, so the louder it is, the heavier the vocal weight, the more intense it would be for you. And even the timbre, so usually a more chest dominant or a twangier sound would be more intense than a head voice, but of course it differs depending on the expression you're going for and also the genre that you're saying that in. So
now that we've mapped the terms to voice terms, we can understand what each other are saying, which is very important because we need to understand each other. It's really important in the workshop that the people who attend the workshop are able to then use these terms in their own lives and in their practice afterwards so that they can structure their training in a very systematic manner so that they can reduce the risk of injury and also maximize the time used in voice practice. Yet one of the other things we're adding into the work that we've added into the workshop because we want to bring so much value is we've created a step-by-step method on how to reach a goal and how to expand beyond your current limits. So how to know what your goals are, how to find ways to support a sound in your body, how to find new strategies and possibilities within your body to then support your goal or sound that you want to make. And if you don't have enough support and resources already, how to then build that capacity and those resources in order to then create strategies to reach your goals or make the sound that you want.
So say for example you have a particular song where there is a passage that you can't quite sustain. Let's say, love me, and currently you can only go, love me, oh, I really want to get a more chest dominant sound over there, and I want to be able to have a louder sound over there, as well as a much longer sustaining capacity. How do I do that? So then again, we'll go back to the idea of, is it a physical or a vocal limitation, for you to figure that out, and then we can decide what kind of physical movements or positions you might want to be in, so that you can feel what it's like to really support that sound to get towards singing this phrase, and then eventually incorporating this into the expression you want for the song, and then helping you bring that into a performance setting.
So with all of this, we came up with Move Your Voice, which is our collaboration name. And this first workshop that we'll be doing is called A Systematic Guide to Voice Practice.
And as mentioned in our previous video, our workshop will be on Tuesday, 15th February from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be held at Decadence Co. at the Goodman Arts Centre.
And also, to receive the early bird code, which we talked about in the first video, you can click on the link
Somewhere here.
and register for that by Monday, 24th January, 11:59. It's only those people who will get the code, and we have a maximum of 12 people for the workshop, so really go try and get that early bird code. Yeah.
Again, if you are interested and you're on Instagram, it's in our bio. If you're on Facebook, do check it out in our caption, either here or there. And lastly, of course, the registration of our workshop will open on Thursday, 27th of January. It will be on Eventbrite, so do keep a lookout for that if you're interested, and then book one of the slots. Yeah. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for joining us for our 2 videos. We hope to see you at our workshop.
Bye!
And, yeah. Bye!
Thank you!